come the Big Rig Kids, y'all. Are you ready? Let's go. Here come the Big Rig Kids. Roll with the Big Rig Kids. Let's have fire the truck. Take you to such amazing places with the Big Rig Kids. Those helpful Big Rig Kids.
Welcome to the Big Rig Kids Show with your guest and host, Ms. Grandma Polly, and we have something exceptional and wonderful for you today. Now, you know that this industry of truck driving, which Grandma Polly, she is, it's a male-dominated industry, but today we got some special guests who break all the rules and do things their own way. So without further ado, let me introduce you to Grandma Polly.
Hello, guys, and welcome to Conversations with Grandma Polly. Last week we covered grandmothers raising grandchildren. This week we're covering single mothers who drive truck and they have children. And the reason we're going down this road is we're still discussing characters from the books. Grandma Polly was a truck driver. She drove for 8 years before she inherited the custody of her grandchildren, who were Caden and Sasha. They're a set of twins. Their mom died during childbirth. Their dad was in the military. So instead of the dad, taking that hardship leave from the military, Grandma Polly decided that she would take on the responsibility of taking custody of the children so that he could have continued his career and also help and nurture with these kids. And today we have mothers who did not come off of the road, or either they went on the road after they had children. And we're going to hear from Miss Tabitha, and we also going to hear from Tisha today. And Tabitha, I'm going to open the floor to you for you to introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you, and then we'll move on to Tisha.
Well, hello everyone. I am Tabitha Barber. I have 3 children, 3 daughters, ages 21, 12, and 1. I started driving probably about 5 years ago, and it was before I had my last baby, so it was a means to take care of my older children. I was putting my oldest daughter through college, and found this was going to be a way for me to be able to support them. And then the little one came too. So I am an owner operator. I own my own trucking company, Double Up Specialized Carriers, out of Rochester. And I'm just doing this trucking thing.
Get it, girl.
All right.
And now, Miss, and if I pronounce your name wrong, come to my head.
Tisha.
Tisha,
Yes.
can you hear us? Oh, there you go.
Tisha Davis.
Yes.
Tisha
Tell
from
us a little bit
Gary,
about
Indiana.
yourself and how you got involved, or why you got involved in trucking.
Okay. I'm Tisha Davis from Gary, Indiana. Originally, I was in medical transportation. I have 4 children. My youngest being, at the time when I started, she was 15. And the rest of my children are older. I needed to make more money, and I love to drive. So I decided to get into the trucking industry. And I've been trucking for about 2 years now, company driver. And I love it. It's peaceful, serene. I'm my own boss. And I still have to juggle things at home while being here, but it's all love.
Awesome. And I know it could be difficult out there on the road. And this question is for both of you guys. If you had a young lady that came to you today and said that they were interested in going into the trucking industry, what would be some of the advice you would give them, in order for them to break into the industry?
Oh, I would definitely say go for it. Do it. It is definitely a way that you can take care of your children and gives you the means to do it. But I would also say make sure that you have a support system. When I first got into trucking, I was on the road and I did the over the road stuff. And my mother was a strong foundation in helping me with my daughter because I only had the two children when I first started. And being there for me to be able to go over the road and for her to have my daughter, and I knew that my daughter was safe and able to go to school and keep her norm because my norm was different. So I definitely would say make sure that you have a support system because not all companies are going to let you bring your children. So you may have to leave for a little while until you can find something that is local. Most times you do have to go over the road first.
All right.
Okay. Miss
Yes,
Tisha?
most definitely. Well, I know start I mean go for it. It took a lot of it took a lot of praying and not necessarily knowing, but that's the thing. Where there's a will, there's always a way. And she's right. The support system is very important. Luckily, I was able to depend on my older kids to help put everything together, learning to do everything online because I still in the beginning I was doing all the shopping online and everything. But yeah, but everything you do, don't give up. Just don't give up.
Mhm.
I agree. I agree. I went into trucking because I was working for a company. At that time, I was making like $25 an hour. The doors closed. They went overseas. They gave us the option, the employees, of going to school for 2 years with all, costs paid. Well, I know I was not disciplined enough for that. And I found out that they would pay for my trucking classes through those funds also. And when I got into it 3 months before my husband did. My baby girl had just graduated high school, and I got into it. I loved it. I finished the classes, and I traveled for 8 years. One of the things I found that was an advantage in trucking, first off, it was fast money, it was quick money. It wasn't always easy money because trucking it, you have your days. But
Mhm.
I also realized that college is not for everyone. And trucking is a great career, regardless of whether it's for, you're going female or male. That's the way I think of it. And I just think a lot of people who are not disciplined enough for long term schooling is a great field to go into. And I would like for you guys to elaborate on some of the experiences you've had out there.
I got a question,
Okay.
if you don't mind. First, let me get this out of the way, okay? Uh,
Uh
Tisha, you are, I guess I got my homegirl from Rochester, Tabitha, right?
huh.
Tisha,
Yeah.
you are from the world's greatest entertainer, Gary, Indiana. Michael Jackson, man. Come on. I had to say that. I'm sorry. I just had to give it up. I just had
That
to.
wasn't the question.
I know that wasn't the question, but I had to give it up. Gary, Indiana in the house.
You had to shout them out. Okay.
All right. But the question, okay,
Well,
seriously, let's get back to it. I just
well,
had to
for
say that,
me,
though.
well, for me, I do have my associate's degree in accounting. I come from banking background, so I've done a lot of different things, and it, the most difficult, I don't know. I think the difficult things in trucking actually make me better because when you get to that point where you're in that tight spot, or you end up getting out of it. If you was able to get in it, you can get out of it. But it's the paying attention to detail. It's the being aware of your surroundings, protecting yourself on the road. It's when I got in the truck and a truck driver just said, backing, backing, backing. When you first get into it, please back. And I listened to him. So now, I can drive backwards if I have to. But those things, everything is important. Everything is important. It's nothing too little. The security down to everything. It's just paying attention to detail is always very important, especially in trucking. So, but if I would have did this a long time ago, I don't think I would appreciate it as much as I do now.
Oh.
It's the peace. It's the nobody hovering over me and breathing over my neck. I'm karaokeing down the road all day long, all day. Period.
Well, you singing Michael
But
Jackson,
I love
right?
it. Yeah, that's one of them. Yeah.
And and that, I mean, what you said, that was one of the things that I liked about it. I am a person who likes to work on my own, and I don't like people standing over me telling me what to do and
Yeah.
all of that other stuff. Just give me my load, tell me where I gotta go, when I have to be there, and it's that freedom of that. And the other part of the freedom for me was being able to see the country at their cost.
Yes.
Yeah.
And get paid to do it. Yes, I
There
love
you
it.
go. There you
Right?
go. What about you, Miss Tabitha?
That was a huge draw for me as well. I actually was a hairdresser, cosmetologist licensed for 15 plus years. Um, and I see one of your other shows. I suffer from sickle cell anemia, and between working
Okay.
and as a hairdresser, and then I was in the hospital, kind of juggling that with my children. And the one thing I said is, I'm tired of the four walls. Either you're in the four walls of the salon, you're in the four walls of the hospital, and I just want to, get out of Rochester. I want to see some things. And the draw was I was going to get paid to see these things. So
Yes.
that was huge for me. That was huge. People probably thought I had lost my mind when I went to trucking school and said, I'm going to do this after being in the salon. I closed the doors. I said, this is what it's going to be. I told my clients, I'm going to try at first to fit you in, but after that, I need to phase you out and you need to find someone else to do your hair. And I went full force. And I know people thought I had lost my mind. But
On your own
it's
trucking
been.
business.
Yes. From driving to now having my own company, trying to get my fleet up, and now just experiencing this new part of trucking. Now I wanna kind of do what was there for me for some other folks, and trying to get that next level of trucking. I have some few things that I do want to do. I want a woman run and driven fleet, and I want to offer maybe even trying to get the school up so that the opportunity is there. That was for me. I think that that's important. And I know what you were saying as far as on the road, I have not had any bad experiences on the road. I hear the horror stories, but I think um, it is being looking around, making sure that you are watching your surroundings, making sure that you are paying attention, even walking from your truck to the bathroom, making sure that you're looking, and you can be friendly, but don't be overly friendly. I think those things are important.
Yeah.
I agree with
Yeah.
you 100% because I drove 90 days by myself before my husband got his license and joined me on the road. And that was one of the main things. My trainer, that was something that he would reiterate all the time. because my training was a little different from what a lot of people go through. You hear about these stories of women having to go on these 30 and 45-day training where they're living in this truck with someone. Well, I was blessed where my training came where when I got out of school. I was living in Charlotte at the time, and there was a company that had a terminal there in Maryland. I mean in North Carolina, but they were out of Maryland. And they put me with a guy where we would leave out in the evening and return in the morning. So it wasn't where I had the truck stop experience. So I had the experience of having to park somewhere overnight or somewhere during the day to sleep. So I think it kind of sheltered me. But during the same time he was training me, he was telling me about the stuff out there on the road. And a lot of time, we hear the horror stories of the women being attacked by their trainers, or the woman being raped by their trainers, or a woman being parked at a truck stop and get attacked. But I think and it's not their fault,
Mhm.
but I think like you guys said, being aware of what's going on around you at all times. And I feel like if you feel uncomfortable with someone, or you feel uncomfortable with being in that truck with that trainer, don't keep it quiet and say, well, I just have to get through my training and it will be done. Speak up. If you need another
Mm-mm.
trainer and have to wait for a
Yes.
week or two, it's best to wait than to kind of sense that there is something that's going on and allow yourself to stay in that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
That would be the advice
Yeah,
that
I
I
was
would give.
blessed to have a female trainer. So, and I
Uh
have to
huh.
give a shout out to Sunshine because yeah, she ran me through the ringer, but she definitely she had been on the road for a while when I and she definitely, told me and gave me a lot of gems as being a woman on the road. So when I went in, a lot of the things that, her as a trainer, that was part of the training of being a woman on the road and what to expect and how to run, how to do things. And so I appreciated her for that because when I went on my own, I had already the heads up of, how you should do things.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
Now, see,
Safety is very
I had
important.
like, oh, sorry, I had about four different trainers because I moved to about four different companies, and two of them were men. Wait, yeah, two of them were men. One of them used me as a second seat for the first 30 days. Then I was like,
Hmm.
okay, I was the squeaky wheel. I'm going to start saying something. Okay, this is enough. I did learn things during that time because, of course, trial and error. And if you're not going to say something, I'm Googling it. I'm I'm calling other truckers. I'm going to figure it out.
Right.
And so then the second trainer I had in 2 weeks, he had me he had me done. He done everything. He was by the book. He set his coffee cup down on a line. He said, now get that truck in there and don't knock over my coffee. And that's what I did. I got it in there. I didn't knock over his coffee.
Wow.
Um and I appreciated everything. Even the and my by the way, I team drove for the first year. My whole entire first year, I team drove. So that's an experience too, dealing with different
Mm-hmm.
personalities. Everybody does not work the same. Their work ethics, their hygiene, it's a lot. That's why I'm a solo driver
Mm-hmm.
now,
Yes,
because yes, we wash, and I just couldn't do it.
I know you're right. I agree.
Mhm.
I agree.
Oh
Like I said, I
I'm
drove the
glad I didn't
Pennsylvania.
experience that one.
I did. I drove, and this is for the married people out there. A lot of people would ask because I drove 90 days by myself, and then my husband came on, and we teamed up. And I've had many of people say, "How I can't be in that same space with my husband for that length of time," because we would go out for 30, 45 days at a time. And I'm be honest, by the 45th day, we ready to kill. No, by the 20th day, we ready to kill each other. But the great thing about that is you have that curtain,
You
you
stay out
close that
there, I'm
curtain,
gonna be back here.
okay, baby, I'm back here asleep. And,
Oh
and when it was
boy.
my turn, okay, you go back there. It's your turn to sleep. I'm driving. And when I wanted to be vindictive, I'd find the biggest bumps there was in the road.
Ooh.
Because I got
No,
on
you
purpose.
didn't.
Yeah,
But
see, I team
anyway,
drove also with my significant other, with my daughter's father, my youngest. Look, she likes trucks. She was made on a truck.
Oh. Oh
But
boy.
yes, but you're absolutely right. When you need that, kind of like you stay up there, I'm gonna stay back here. We gonna talk in the morning and say good morning, but please don't talk to me for the rest of the day. After
right.
30 days, it'd be like, oh my God, I'm so tired of this person.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
You're
boy.
ready to kill each other. And the funny part about it for me is I could not sleep if the truck wasn't moving. I had a big problem with that. The first 6 months after I came off of the road, it was hard to even sleep at home because I was
Yeah,
running team. You very rarely park. You're
yeah,
constantly going. And
yep,
it was hard for me. And then a lot of people say they can't sleep if the truck is moving. So I think it depends on the individual. But
yeah.
yeah. So that's for those team people. When you got your mate on the truck with you and to get on your nerve, just find some bumps in the road.
That's mean, Renee. That's mean. I didn't know Grandma Polly had that kind of streak in her, man. Thought she was about betterment of the
After 30
community.
days,
You know?
after 30 days, everybody has that streak in them.
Yes, the space is too small.
Oh man.
And
Wow.
it really is. But then we would take a break, regroup, and you start all over
Be
All
again.
ready
over.
back.
You
Yeah,
don't have to
ready.
break a marriage up over it. It's just right now you're tired, you're frustrated, and you just want to get
And
through
I don't
things.
like you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right. That's
basically.
what you just said.
Right now.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I love you, but I don't like you right now.
Yep, yep.
That's what's
Yes.
up though. So on as traveling all
Okay.
over the nation, from the east coast to the west coast, from the north to the south, you guys seen some amazing things out there. What about the? I went to the Grand Canyon, but I was only there
Oh
for a
yes.
little while. But being a trucker, were you able to stop, get out, and kind of venture around and see some things in there?
Yes.
Oregon.
Yeah.
Oh my
I've been
God.
Big
able.
Cabbage
space
Yeah.
over
Patch.
here.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Which one? I
See,
didn't
I
hear.
like. I guess.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Cabbage
Now see,
patches.
I was in Oregon for like 3 days, and when you come down
Uh-huh.
off the mountain, there's a casino.
Okay.
It's
Yes.
a whole
Yes.
Indian reservation. So
Beautiful.
after I came down from heaven, because that's what it is,
Yes.
Yes.
You up there with them?
Oh boy.
yes.
Yes.
But I was so amazed. Like I've gotten used to the mountains, so it wasn't bad going down. It's just you going down for a long time. And
Yes.
but
Yes.
it's so beautiful. Oh my God. I'm like,
It
I'm
is.
Yes.
I'm doing my job as far as a truck, but I'm just looking around. And I got a chance to be there for 3 days. So I walked the Indian reservation.
Wow.
It's a museum there, it's a casino there.
Yes.
I fell in love with
Yes.
trucking. That was the moment I fell in love with trucking. Period.
Wow. That's
Okay.
awesome.
See, I think
But that cabbage patch
when
ain't
I
no
fell in
joke
love,
when
it
it is
was
beautiful.
driving. I think it was driving through the Rockies, and it was wintertime driving through the Rockies. And when I came out, and you know how when it that break after that tunnel, and then all
Hmm.
of the ice on the trees and the water was frozen, and I was just like, yeah, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is it.
Yes.
This is
Yeah.
it.
Yes. I have two. The Rockies. That is just so beautiful. And we went through there for the first time during the summer.
Oh,
So
it's
it
pretty in
was,
the
my
summer.
husband hated it during the wintertime because we always had to chain up. But during the summer, I mean, it was like we had to stop to sleep because the view was just so beautiful. When one of us should have been sleeping, we sat. I mean, we just rode through and we watched and we watched and we had time. So that one and the Grapevine. Have you guys been on the Grapevine?
Oh
That's
yeah,
out
yeah,
by
Yes,
Cali.
Southern
Lord.
California.
Yeah, Cali.
That's
Marvin
Yes,
Gaye,
beautiful out there too.
yes.
Marvin Gaye,
Oh,
Yeah.
Gladys
Lord.
Knight. Which one?
No, it's a road. I I drove the Grapevine the first time, and everybody kept telling me, "Oh, it's so scary, so scary." And when I drove it, yeah, it's a little intimidating, but when I was actually able to be the passenger and just ride and see it from a big truck, I was like, "Okay, all right." It was definitely wonder. Oh man, that's a view. That's a view.
Awesome. Awesome.
It is, and that was the main thing I liked in trucking. I got to see the country at the company's expense. And anytime we planned vacation, we would make sure we stay out those extra days to get these 5 days off or whatever. Hey, I need a
Yes,
load going to Vegas. You
yes,
gonna pay me to go to Vegas, and then you gonna pay me to come out of Vegas. So it was
yep,
like, hey, you
Wow,
can't beat that.
yeah. Can't
that's
beat it.
pretty
Actually, I'm
smart.
taking my first vacation this year ever. Being a single parent, I just worked so much. I've never taken a vacation. So I'm actually going to New Orleans this year. I'm going to take a vacation. Trucking was nice
Yes,
to
Awesome.
see it, but now I need to partake.
yes, yes.
Yes,
Right.
But I think it gives you the way to know exactly where you want to go because I just told my kids
Mm,
I went through Vail in Colorado is one of my favorite. It's just my favorite
yes,
state to drive. And I went there and I stayed. My truck actually broke down and I was able to stay in a bread and breakfast there. And I said this would be perfect if my children were here to see this. So I said that's our next vacation. That I'm gonna do the whole Colorado experience and with the kids at a bed and breakfast right by the water. I said this is
beautiful.
because it would have been perfect. Even with the truck breaking down, I wasn't even mad about it because I stayed somewhere that was so beautiful.
Wow.
mhm.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That
Now,
is.
do any of you, I know you said your children are older now, but have any of you ever taken your children with you on the truck?
I got a
I
teenager. It ain't happening.
Oh no, I took okay, so my middle daughter, before my baby was born, I took my middle daughter and she was with me for the summer. And I'm going to have to try to convince her that, trucking isn't bad because she hated it. She absolutely hated it. She gets motion sickness. So every time the truck was going, she was like, I just want to go home. And I was trying to do everything in my power to try to like show her this is so fun. And, we get to stop different places and, experience different foods. And, we did all 48. I think we did. No, we missed two, but she was able to collect keychains from every state that we went in. I made sure that I stopped and she was able to get the keychains. But I was trying to get her to love it. But when she got home, she said, I'm never getting on that truck with you again.
Oh boy.
And we laugh, but we do have some parents out there who homeschool their kids on those trucks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a good
I was trying to be one of those, but she's not having it.
not having it. It's a good way for them to learn the geography, They'll be ahead of a lot of kids in school with the states,
Yes,
knowing all the states and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not
Yes.
only that, but just seeing the
Yeah.
seeing the beauty in each of these states and country roadsides and all the good
Yes.
food and the different foods and the different cultures.
yes,
It's pretty
Yes.
awesome.
It's the
Yeah.
no.
It
yes.
It's
was
the no
it was
reception for
hands-on
my
learning.
teenager.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
It's the no reception for my teenager. Dead zone. She died. Nope.
They having it. Ain't having it.
No, we bought the hotspot. Like I had a hotspot box that, I put in the truck. So she had TV, she had direct TV, she had internet for the tablet. I was
Wow.
doing everything I could possibly do, and she was still not with it.
With it.
And it's funny that you said that because even with the trucking, a lot of people don't realize that these truckers are your mini homes. And you're talking about TV and internet and we had it all: the George Foreman, the oven, the microwave, the refrigerator.
Yes,
They're your mini home.
yes,
Wow. Wow.
A lot of
yes.
people don't
Yeah,
realize
when I
that,
cooked
but
dinner for
yeah,
her at
you have
night,
everything in there
yeah,
you need.
I cooked. We didn't go to, we would go to a restaurant when she was with me. We may go, once a week or something like that. But I cooked in the truck, air frying and pressure cooking. I did all that in the truck.
Pressure cooking.
Yes,
And,
I
and,
put on in the
and it's
morning
a way
time
to
before I
save
drove.
money.
I get my stuff together, put it in there in the what is that? Instapot, and let it cook the whole time I drove. So by the time we shut down for the night, we had dinner, a chili,
Wow.
we had rice and chicken, and it'd be ready by the time we got done for the night. We were ready to eat dinner.
All right. All
That's
right. That's
it.
what's up.
I've even went as far as cooking lemons and ham hocks and collard greens and ham hocks, all of that
Mm.
stuff in the slow cooker.
Eating good on the road. Eating good on the
Yeah,
road. I
yeah,
just want
eating
to
good.
give a
This
shout
is
out
many
to
homes.
a couple of the viewers today, Cheryl Freeman and Gwendolyn
Yes,
Burks for tuning in, and there's some others, but just want to keep it short. But just want to give those ladies a shout out for tuning in, and got
Yeah,
another
thank
question
you.
for you. Another question. You talked about it earlier, Tisha. I think about these are 18 wheels, and you're back and back. And like I was amazed when my sister, I thought she was playing at first, then I saw it wasn't a joke anymore. So I was like, what? This girl driving an 18 doggone wheeler truck? Are you kidding me? Let alone driving it. But you were talking about back and back?
yeah. You back into everything. You go everywhere you
Everything
go.
Oh
that's
my
where you
Yeah.
goodness.
making your money. When it hit that dock, that's how you know that money is made.
Hit that dock with no damage
There
though,
you
right?
go.
You hit the
Yeah.
dock with no
Yeah, hit that
damage?
dock, and that money is made.
That's it.
Okay, all right, all right. That's what's up.
And you're
Jalen Webb
talking
and
back.
Michelle Great has joined us also, guys. So they saying hello
Okay.
to everybody.
Hello.
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 We got a
But
special segment that we got in the show now, ladies, where people can actually call in and ask you a personal question if that's all right with you. You know,
Sure.
the number is down there in the right side of the corner for anybody who may want to call in and talk to these ladies or ask them anything in particular. Just call us at 478-202-4271. And I'll let you know when we get the call. So let's get back to our conversation.
okay. And while you're waiting and you're talking about backing, have any of you ladies been in Missouri?
With the
They would
arch,
freeze.
the show me state.
No, it's
I didn't
a
catch the
cave.
question. You broke up on
Yeah,
me.
in Missouri. Have any of you ladies ever been in the cave in Missouri?
I
No.
have. I have. I did the cave two times, and at first, when I went in there, I was like, "Is this a secret society?" There was a military tank outside, and I was like, "Am I gonna come out of here?" Like I was terrified,
Wow.
terrified. I was like, "What is this? And where are they sending me?" And I actually
Oh
called the
boy.
dispatcher and said, "I think you got the address wrong." And I was like, "What is this?"
Oh my
Yes.
goodness. That is
Is
And she
funny.
this
was
the
like,
one
"No, that's
where
where you're supposed to be."
Right?
is this the one where the whole town was underground? Is one right?
Yeah,
What?
We pulled up.
yeah.
The instructions we were given was you pull into this big empty lot, and there's just a telephone booth there. And you pick up that phone, and there's a voice on the other end.
You sound like the Matrix.
And they
Yes.
and you let them know that you're out there. And then this white pickup truck comes up out of the ground, and it leads you back down underground. And there's like a furniture company, a casket company, a
A
jewelry company.
grocery store.
Yeah, there's a whole town under there. But
Yes.
you don't
Wow.
understand.
Underground.
You go
Underground.
underground, you cross the railroad track, and this little white pickup truck is leading you down there, and you have to follow them because they have all these big columns, and there is no error. And when you get down there is very little room for you to swing that truck around the back and into that dock.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Yep, absolutely. It's definitely when you come out of there, I was sweating going in because I was scared, but I was definitely sweating going coming out because I was like, I can't believe I just hit that dock. I can't believe it.
Wow.
yeah. We used to do it at least once every 2 weeks, picking up out of Maine. But we did it at least once every 2 weeks. We went underground.
Yeah,
That's so y'all deliver
it's
some
amazing.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I'm
Crazy.
grateful
yeah.
not to be able to tell that story. I'm good. Yeah, y'all could have that one.
Uh, somebody
And
asked. Somebody asked.
what?
Where is this at? In the chat section of this on Facebook. Where is this particular place that you're talking about? You
Um,
going underground?
right after you, right once you cross, right after you cross into Missouri, right before you get into Kansas, it's about 20 miles away from there.
Wow. So that's truly show me state. Show me underground.
Yes, say it
Yeah,
ain't no because I'm like, we going underground.
Wow. That's crazy.
but they don't
Tabitha.
never tell you that's where you going.
Nope.
Wow. And you were like, where am I going, Tabitha?
Yes. Where? Wait a minute. No, I called and said, you made a mistake."
Oh my goodness.
Uh-huh.
That's too funny, man. That's hilarious. Oh boy. Tisha, you have any place you've been that was just kind of shook you a little bit? That you were kind of, I don't know about this.
I think that's every day. Just
Oh.
this morning,
Okay.
they send me to places that doesn't necessarily have a dock. I was just in
Yeah.
Naperville, and it wasn't even it didn't even have a dock. I had to maneuver myself in between there, and only by the grace of God and taking my time, I got in and got out. But no, they always seem to spice it up with me at a new place and throw it
Okay.
in there. Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. Man. Well, that's always something to look forward to, I guess.
Oh
I
yeah.
Yeah.
guess.
It's never a dull
Yes.
moment.
Never dull.
Unless you're
Never
driving
dull.
dedicated, every day is a new day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
being
know that the most exciting was when I can't wait for the world to open back up all the way because I did some show freight and being able to go into like the stadiums and park that 18 wheeler in the middle of a football field while they unload it, or going underneath the buildings of the stadiums and they have docks under there, and like, oh my God, I am like in the stadium but underneath underground. So that's
wow.
been amazing too.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys seen some things, man. Definitely seen some things.
Yeah. And
So
I think one of the other ones was the first time we went to the prison. And this is
Oh,
a
I've never
story
been
that
there.
I share with all my young people out here. A lot of times we don't know what we're hauling.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And we get to the prison and they guided us where to go and we backed up to the dock and stuff. And when they opened the door, it was mattress fillers.
It was what?
And you have a lot of these prisons who are actually making furniture for these these prisoners are making furniture for these huge companies for pennies a day.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the
That we
new
free, yeah,
that's
that we
crazy.
freeze.
form of slavery.
That's the new slave.
Yep.
Yeah, and we had this truckload of mattress fillers, and we've done that a couple of times.
That's interesting
Mm.
that you even got to witness that. That's
Hmm.
something. Wow, I have no comment about it because it's yeah. But on another note, ladies.
Yeah,
On
yeah.
another note, you got kids. You got kids, and you're on the road. How long? How many days out of the month are you on the road? You know, and Tabitha, I know you brought your daughter, but she's not coming. And Tisha, you're just by yourself.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes I'll stay on the road 4 weeks, 5 weeks, maybe.
at a
Matters
time.
what's going on. They
Hmm.
let me come home when I need to, so
Okay.
I do have that freedom. Yeah.
Okay. Tabitha.
Well, before I would stay out probably 2 months, and then I'd make sure I came home. So 6 weeks I'd stay out and then come home. But I have been blessed by God that I have a local now.
Okay.
So I run overnights now, and so I am home every day. I drive overnight. I drive from New York to Pennsylvania and back nightly now, and it's hard because with my little one, I'm driving all night, and then you want to sleep during the daytime, and then she's up and
Yeah.
she's active, So it's been an adjustment, but I am thankful to be home every day. I am thankful.
Awesome. Awesome. I know Renee. You're not driving anymore, right?
No,
But
but I'm a trucker's wife now. My husband still drives.
yeah, but no, you were once a trucker, always a trucker. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
in your
but
blood
a
now.
different kind right now.
yeah, that don't mean like you can't just get back and do it.
A different kind right now.
Okay. All
Yeah, I
right.
could always get back, but my husband drives now, and my trucking part of it now is with the books. I do the books, and there's certain areas I go to
And fixing him some
where
lunch and
we
dinner.
do touch a truck, where we do touch a truck, and I'm laughing at you. And I'll call up a driver that I know is going to be in that area, and they'll bring the truck out, and the kids could actually get in it and blow the horn and do different stuff like that. And I would be the one to explain to them how to get in the truck, how to get out the truck, and different stuff like that. And so I'm still involved in it through my books, but just not behind the wheel. And on that note, are you ladies going to the first annual sheet trucking and paint event in Chattanooga in September?
I saw
I
that
want
in
to go so
September.
bad. I'm trying to work it out because I want to go so bad.
Okay, so I'm gonna
And
ask a
so you
question
need to come.
because I'm ignorant to the fact. What is that?
Sheree Moore she started the sheet trucking business around the same time I started my Big Rig Kid business. And we just found it. Well, she found me on Facebook because she was creating these T-shirts, and somebody did a design for her that looked almost like the cover of my first book, and we connected. And this is the first year. These are women drivers. There's a whole organization, and
Yes.
she decided she was going to have the first, and she's a truck driver too. The first annual She Trucking event, and it's consisted of the truck and paint. There'll be speakers, silent auction. There's VIP all black gala. They have the education hour, exclusive performances, show trucks, live music, and of course your one and only Grandma Polly has the Big Red Kid Corner where we will be doing story time with the children. There's an old fashioned cookout, free truck parking, and award ceremony. There'll also be, for truckers appreciation.
Okay.
They is also they're available for vendors. There's space available for vendors, and this is September 17th through the 19th. And they've had some stuff like this over the country. But you ladies correct me if I'm wrong because I'm new to this part of it. Is this the first one ever put together by one of our women?
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
I believe so. I've been kind of looking. I'm in a couple of different trucking groups. I believe that she is definitely going to be the one of the first to put together something, and it sounds like it's going to be grand. Like I really want to go. I'm trying to figure it out, and I don't know. I went on there and it said that there was no more tickets, so I hope that's not true. So if I can work it out,
Oh no, we gotta get. Hey, look, you showed up on my show. We gotta find you some tickets.
yes, yes,
Actually,
because I want to go.
I'll be talking to her tonight, and it like I said, it's very kids friendly. I have the Grandma Polly Big Red Kid Corner, so we have activities and stuff for the kids and all that good stuff. So if y'all got small children, big children, bring them out.
Is it gonna be some food?
Yeah.
Plenty of
It's gonna be a
food.
lot of food. A lot. I look. I was reading the flyer. It's gonna be a lot of food.
Lots of food.
An old fashioned cookout and yes, there's gonna be plenty of food.
Okay. All right. So this thing you were telling me about that you wanted me to come to, right?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
the one I was telling you about.
Yeah.
It's a 3-day event.
So I gotta eat. Eating is
Yes,
first.
and for some reason we just went fuzzy.
Yeah, I think
You hear me?
I'm really gonna try to go, and I just love the fact that she's doing this. She is another Black woman on the move. I appreciate
Right,
that, and she's doing big things, and I definitely want to support that. And I definitely want if you can go and to go, because I think that she's doing something big. I follow her page and just some of the things that even on her Facebook page have really,
right,
it's us talking about things that happen with us and giving each other guidance. And I always say it's a
right,
picker upper. Sometimes when you read something that's inspirational on her page and you're like, oh, you know what? I was having a crappy back in day, but you know what? Somebody else was doing it. And just the encouragement that the women are offering on her page is really good.
That's awesome.
right,
That is
right.
awesome.
That part is great. And the other part I like about it is that we get involved with the children. Before COVID hit,
Yeah.
um, we actually went down to, well, she's from Chattanooga, but me and a group of my kids that I worked with, we went down to Chattanooga and we did 3 events in one day.
Mm,
And it was all with the children.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
yes.
That's
All of
awesome.
it was with the children. So yes, Sheree is doing awesome things, and I'm glad to be one of the people that's connected directly with her because we support each other in what we do.
That's awesome. And that
Yes.
to see women, black women doing that as a whole, that just shows the leadership in where this world needs to go. And next our
Yeah,
communities, we bring our communities together, and from there we have, our own Black Wall Street. Why not? We can have our
Mm-hmm.
own everything.
I'm on
Yeah.
board. When I talk, you and I
Yes.
talk about that all
All the
the time.
time. Yeah. And we can have our own cities underground.
I don't know
I don't
about
know if
that.
I'm going with you there.
I know.
I
Wait a
don't
minute.
know about that.
I'm just
I
saying.
don't know
Gotta
if
go
I'm going
there.
with you there. Mm-mm.
And I think what makes me even more proud is because when you see women like us in a male dominated world
Yes.
and we're able to rise above the discriminations and the
Oh yes.
what's the word I'm looking for? It's discriminated in so many different ways,
On so
but
many
you have
levels.
discrimination.
So many
Yeah,
It's
levels.
you
black,
have the
it's women,
sexual.
it's
Yeah,
they
you're
think
black, you're
second,
women, you have
third,
guys.
fourth class
Mm,
citizen. you know.
Yeah. Or you have guys out there who see you as a sexual object
Right.
because some of the crazy things that they come at you with. My husband used to be like, he would just sit and watch and he'd be like, they talking about how pretty you are, but they don't know you crazy.
Oh, tell Q,
I can
hey,
do that
chop
part.
that up. Tell Q I
Because
said, that's my
no, but
friend.
he
Yeah.
knows because he would sit there and laugh and they would say stupid things. And I think of even stupider things to say to them. Like a guy said to me once, "Oh, I just love you. I want you to be my wife." Wait, you don't even know me. So
Wow.
ask me for my number. I
You don't
said,
know me.
I will give you my phone number. And I smiled. Kenny, I had that beautiful smile. I'll give you my number if you make me one promise. And he's still smiling. I said, when I give it to you, you got to give it to your wife because I don't even like men. I want to meet her.
Ooh.
And he just dropped.
That shut him up.
Lord.
All the
I'll just
way.
say my sister, boy.
And the look
My
on his
sister.
face that was priceless.
Yeah,
But it
well.
made him leave me alone.
Yes.
Wow.
Or you get the guys on the road who wanna, it's like they think you need help doing. Now, I didn't need your help to drive this truck to this place. So why all of a sudden did I become unable to handle this truck when I met you or when you came in my presence?
But
Like I just be like, what?
I gotta speak up for the men on that. It's our chivalry that we're offering, we're bringing to the table. We know you can do it yourself, but it's still in us to be chivalristic. Some of us.
Some things are chivalrous, but some things are chauvinist. And
Oh,
there is a
Right.
fine line.
oh. She's like,
There is a
Yes.
fine line, right? Where you can go from chivalry to chauvinist very quickly.
oof, I like
And
that.
some of it is, I'm going to do this because if I do this for you, I'm expecting something in
In
Something in
return.
return.
return. Yes.
Right.
Because they've
Yes.
ran across women like that and they think all women are like that.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's right. Tisha.
Well, I must look mean on the road because I don't get nobody messing with me. Okay, I do what I gotta do, and honestly, if I need help, I will ask. I have to use
Right,
that discerning spirit to figure out who to ask. But
right.
other than that, I don't. I do my job. I get in my truck, and I go about my business. I walk fast, and I carry a big stick, so nobody don't mess with me.
Oh boy. Right? Well, this has been an amazing time tonight, ladies. You guys are amazing in what you're doing and the
Thank
whole
you.
niche that you've carved out for
Thank
women.
you.
You know, not. I think. I just think black women are some of the most resilient, the most forthgoing, the creators of the universe. You know what I mean? It's like
Yes.
you go through whatever and come out on top still. So kudos to you, ladies. I
Thank
admire and
you.
respect everything that you guys are doing. I don't even
Thank
know.
you.
I sat in Renee's truck, but I would not start that thing up. I wouldn't get
Hey,
that. Man. No, I'll
don't
just
be
sit here.
scared.
Let me take a picture. I was scared to even hit the horn, man.
It's not as big, Kenny, it's not as big as it looked. Once you learn to control it, let
No.
me tell you about the truck. The truck will respect you as long as you respect it.
Well put.
Yes, it
Long as
is.
you
Yes.
keep, huh?
Well put.
Yes.
Well put. Well put. That's what everything in life too, though. But yeah.
Yes.
But I love you,
Mhm.
ladies. I respect you, ladies. Hats off to you, ladies. And
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you. And
just
happy Mother's Day.
yes.
That's
Happy
what
Thank
I
you.
was
Mother's. Are you
Thank
getting
gonna
you.
be
ready
on the
to
Yes.
road?
say next.
Me too.
Are you guys gonna be on the
I
road on Mother's Day?
I
Yep.
will that night.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I will
This is
that
what I'm
night.
talking about. Trooperism. Right here.
I'm
Trooper.
still a mother,
But I
even though I'm
promised
on
my
the
girls
road.
I would cook dinner. So I'm gonna start my dinner early, and so that I promised them that I would make a real soul food dinner, and we are pescatarian, so some fish
Oh,
and some good food. I did promise them that.
oh, I have to get some recipes from you,
All
man.
right, all right.
Trying to cut out meat
Oh
myself.
yes, yes.
Definitely.
Oh man, it's been great.
I'm
The
not
energy
ready.
that I've gotten from it. But oh man, I can make you some vegetarian greens and you'll be like, what meat?
Are you serious? What do you put in
Oh
it?
yes.
What do you put in it?
That's my secret. But
Okay. All
if you
right.
put a little bit of that cream of coconut, you get the fat like it's real meat in there.
Really?
Yeah, that
Okay.
cream of coconut
Really.
would be good.
Cream of coconut.
Yes. Yes.
All right. I'm about to
And
go
you'll think
investigate this.
look, yeah, you'll think you had some turkey necks in there.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Tabitha, I have your phone number.
Yes, call me. Yes.
Yes. I made two new friends here today, and
Yes,
this is why I
absolutely.
like what I do. I'm always meet people. But I appreciate you guys, and I just want to say Happy Mother's Day to you ladies and
Oh,
everybody
thank
who's
you. Thank you.
watching, and
Yes, happy Mother's
enjoy
Day.
because we as mothers, we are mothers.
Yeah.
When we
Yeah.
say mothers, we go above and beyond.
Mm-hmm. Touche.
Yes.
And I just want to say happy Mother's Day to you guys as well, and to all the
Oh,
ladies who
thank
are
you, Kenneth.
watching: Cheryl, Gwendolyn, Jalen, Michelle. Who else? Quite a few ladies. I don't know if you're mothers or not, but you're a woman, so that constitutes Mother's Day for you because you're nurturing
I'm,
somebody.
I'm coming
Yes.
to your house Sunday for dinner, Kenny, so I just want to know what you cook. Don't tell me I get it.
Uh, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's gonna be what it's gonna. I hope you bring in the food.
I'll bring
I
you a
know you
cake.
bad.
Now I need more than cake. Now I've been drinking a lot of greens, greens and fruit.
Anyway, thank you, ladies, again. And I hope to see you guys at the first annual Sheet Trucking and Paint.
That'll
Yes,
be
Me
call me
awesome.
about
Really
too.
them
want to see you
tickets.
guys. Yeah, I will. And I will talk to you ladies. Kenny, I think it's time. If you ladies have any other final thoughts before we go?
Any final
I
words
I
of
would just
encouragement?
say, yeah, I would just say that trucking is not male dominated anymore. And if you are thinking about it and you feel that you want to do it, go for it. It's definitely, you're going to hear a lot of things about safety and those things, but there are definitely ways to keep yourself safe and to go for it. And it's going to be a great provider for your children if that's something that you want to do. And double up, specialized carriers. Look us up on the web if you need anything hauled.
There you go. There you go.
There you go,
Miss Tisha, you have
Miss
anything you want to
Lisa.
say? Any final thoughts?
Uh, go for it. I mean, it's more than just money for me. It's peace of mind. It's peace.
Yeah.
Uh, and that's about it.
All right. You do a
It's
lot of
an
meditating on the
adventure.
road.
Yes, I do.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Freedom. It's freedom.
Yes.
A freedom
That's what she
and
said.
adventure.
With the
Oh
Yes.
G.
yeah.
Adventure.
Yes.
Well, Facebook Live, give it up for these lovely ladies, Miss Tabitha Barber, Miss Tisha Davis, and Grandma Polly. Give it up
All
for
right, thank
them.
you
All
guys.
right.
Thank you for
All
having us.
right.
Thank you for having me.
You guys are so
Thank you
welcome.
for
Oh
having
yes.
me.
And I just want to say one last thing. Every week that Renee is here with Big Kick Riggs, hosting her wonderful show, talking to different people in different circumstances in life, and you can catch her every Kenneth J.
Bye. Yes,
Renee?
please. Thank you guys for joining. And Kenny, you forgot to mention if they have people who are not on Facebook that they want to share it with,
Yeah.
they can also find it on YouTube a couple of days later.
Yes. Yes, that's right. That is right.
Yes, and invite your friends to follow us on our social media platform.
Most
We're doing a
definitely.
lot of different things. Book 4, Big Red Kid Deals with Racism, will be out this summer. And that's a conversation that we will be having live on the show soon.
Exactly. Well, we love you. We love you
Love
guys,
you
and
guys.
Love
we're
you.
gonna have a great
Love you.
day.
Thank
Love
you.
you.
Thank you again, Tisha Davis
All
and
right.
Tabitha
Peace out.
Barber. We love you.
Thank
Love
Here
you.
come the big rig kids, roll with the big rig kids. Let's Sapphire the truck, take you to such amazing places with the big rig kids. Those helpful big rig kids, see how they give and grow and get to know amazing things. Learn with the big rig kids, and you'll see how it is to have adventure days and hang and play with all your friends. Because the big rig kids know what it is to live a most exciting and inviting life is positive. Sapphire with the voice of wisdom keeps the story rolling, and by golly, Grandma Polly drives them all to where they're going. Hop on in, everybody. Let's go! Caden, he's the leader of the crew. He's smart and brave and true. Sasha, Caden's twin, she cares a lot but can be stubborn too. Caden loves a good book too. And then Sasha, she's a regular computer guru. These are the big rig kids. Roll with the big rig kids. Let's Sapphire the truck, take you to such amazing places with the big rig kids. Those helpful big rig kids. See how they give and grow and get to know amazing things. Now Maria can be rude and bossy, braces on her legs and knees, but it's not fun and hard to run with a disability.